Warning. The following program contains flashing imagery and content which may be considered harmful or traumatizing to some. Viewer discretion is extremely advised. Welcome to the darkest depths. "50-year-old psychologist Diane Michele had a doctoral degree in metaphysics, a master's degree in counseling, and wrote a regular column for a local news outlet. Diane lived at home with her 15-year-old son, Christopher Dankovich, who was a 9th grader and excelled in his classes. Friends say that Diane revolved her entire life around Christopher and never had anything bad to say about him. But according to relatives, the relationship between Diane and Christopher had been rocky for the past couple weeks. Christopher had recently also been picked up by police for rattling the local school's doors in the early morning hours. Diane had uncovered that Christopher had been using the internet to look up pornography and learn how to make weapons. In his bedroom, she found a gun made out of PVC pipe that was filled with gunpowder and marbles. Diane confronted her son about the pornography and the weapons websites. Then she took away his computer and grounded him. This enraged young Christopher, and he began threatening his mother for days. Diane and her ex-husband had recently made a plea to Christopher about his threats and attitude, and when her ex-husband couldn't get a hold of her on the morning of April 25th, he sent Diane's mother to check on her at her upscale home in Rochester Hills. After several knocks on the door, she jiggled the handle to find that it was unlocked and walked into the foyer of the home to find a grisly discovery. It was the lifeless body of Diane, surrounded in a pool of her own blood. She had been stabbed 111 times, including in her chest, back, face, neck, eyes, heart, and skull. She also sustained massive blunt force trauma to the head. Surprisingly, Christopher was nowhere to be found, and Diane's white Chevy Astro van was noticeably absent from the driveway. Investigators put a bee on the lookout for the young teenager, who they suspected of being the killer. Christopher Dankovich was found at his father's vacation cabin miles away, having freshly shaved his head, and was reportedly stockpiling hunting paraphernalia and weapons. He was arrested without incident, being charged as an adult for open murder. He ended up with a plea deal and a sentence for 34 years. He should be eligible for parole by the time he's 40. Christopher told the judge that he believed he was on a mission from God, and that he was planning the deaths of abortionists, child molesters, and U.S. Senator John Kerry. He told the court that as a soldier of God, he was above the law. The Oakland County prosecutor says that Diane's murder was one of the most horrific crime scenes that anyone has ever seen. Diane Michele's murder at the hands of her only son was so brutal that aside from suffering over 111 stab wounds to her body, her eyes had been stabbed with such force that they were found to still be hanging out of her skull. Thank you for watching Darkest Depths. Follow on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for the absolute worst that humanity has to offer in true crime and horror. Merchandise available through teespring.com. Episode requests made through darkestdepthstruecrime@gmail.com. No one is safe.